Have you ever wondered if one simple habit after eating could help your body manage blood sugar more effectively without expensive supplements, complicated workout routines, or drastic diets? It may sound surprising, but many people spend so much time thinking about what they eat that they completely overlook what they do immediately after a meal. Yet that short period after eating is when your body begins processing the food you've just enjoyed. And small choices during this time may make a meaningful difference. In today's video, we're going to explore one simple movement that scientific research has linked with significantly smaller post-meal blood sugar spikes when practiced consistently. It's easy to learn, doesn't require special equipment, and can fit into almost anyone's daily routine. Before we begin, let me ask you a few questions. Do you often feel sleepy or sluggish after finishing a meal? Have you been trying to eat healthier, yet your blood sugar numbers still don't seem to improve the way you hoped? Has your doctor ever told you that you have pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, or that your blood sugar is higher than normal? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you're certainly not alone. Millions of adults experience these same challenges every day, especially as they get older. It can feel frustrating when you're making healthier food choices but still not seeing the results you expected. Many people believe the only answers are stricter diets, more medications, or intense exercise programs. While medical treatment and healthy eating remain extremely important, researchers have discovered that when you move after eating may be just as important as what you eat. For years, scientists have studied what happens inside the body during the first hour after a meal. During this time, your digestive system breaks food down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. One fascinating discovery is that your muscles become powerful users of glucose whenever they contract. Even gentle movement encourages your muscles to use some of that circulating glucose for energy, helping your body manage the natural rise in blood sugar after eating. The best part is that today's recommendation isn't about running marathons or spending hours in the gym. It's a simple, low-impact activity that many older adults can safely incorporate into their daily routine, regardless of whether they're just beginning their health journey or have been managing blood sugar concerns for years. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this small habit has attracted so much attention from researchers, how it supports your body's natural ability to regulate blood sugar, and how you can begin using it today as part of a healthy lifestyle. Sometimes, the biggest improvements don't come from making life more complicated, they come from doing one simple thing consistently. To understand why one simple movement after meals can be so helpful, let's first take a closer look at what happens inside your body every time you eat. When you enjoy foods that contain carbohydrates such as bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, fruit, or even some vegetables, your digestive system breaks those carbohydrates down into glucose, a type of sugar that serves as your body's main source of energy. As this glucose enters your bloodstream, your blood sugar naturally begins to rise. This is completely normal and happens after every meal. In response, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. You can think of insulin as a helpful messenger. Its job is to signal your body cells to open their doors and allow glucose to move from the bloodstream into the muscles, liver, and other tissues, where it can be used for energy or stored for later. Here's an easy way to picture it. Imagine sugar entering your bloodstream like cars merging onto a busy highway. When traffic is moving smoothly, the cars continue toward their destinations without causing major delays. Insulin acts like the traffic controller, helping those cars leave the highway and reach the correct exits. But when too many cars arrive at once, or when the exits become less efficient, traffic begins to build up. In the same way, glucose can remain in the bloodstream longer than it should, leading to higher blood sugar levels after meals. As we get older, this process often becomes less efficient. That doesn't mean it's inevitable, but it does become more common with age. One reason is that many people gradually become less sensitive to insulin. This means the body cells don't respond to insulin as effectively as they once did, making it harder for glucose to move out of the bloodstream. At the same time, daily movement often decreases. Retirement, spending more time sitting, or simply slowing down can all reduce the amount of physical activity we get each day. Another important change is the gradual loss of muscle mass, which naturally occurs with aging if we don't stay active. Because muscles are one of the body's largest users of glucose, having less muscle means there is less capacity to help remove glucose from the bloodstream after meals. Many adults also notice an increase in abdominal fat over the years. Excess fat around the waist is associated with reduced insulin sensitivity, making blood sugar management more challenging for some people. And after eating, the body may simply take longer to return blood sugar levels toward their normal range than it did during younger years. These changes are common, but they also help explain why post-meal blood sugar spikes can become larger and last longer as we age. Sometimes, your body may even give you clues that your blood sugar is rising more than it should after meals. Perhaps you feel unusually sleepy shortly after lunch, even though you slept well the night before. Maybe you're hungry again only an hour or two after eating. You might notice brain fog that makes it difficult to concentrate, afternoon fatigue that leaves you reaching for another cup of coffee, or increased thirst throughout the day. Some people also find themselves needing to urinate more frequently than usual. While these symptoms can have many possible causes and don't necessarily mean you have high blood sugar, they are worth discussing with your healthcare professional, especially if they occur regularly. Consider a simple example. Imagine a retired couple who enjoys the same balanced lunch every afternoon. Once the meal is finished, they settle into their favorite chairs and spend the next hour watching television. Day after day, this becomes their routine. Months later, during a routine checkup, they notice that their post-meal glucose readings have gradually started creeping higher. Nothing dramatic happened overnight. Instead, a small daily habit, repeated consistently over time, may have contributed to the gradual change. This reminds us of an important lesson. Our health is often shaped not by one big decision, but by the small choices we make every single day. Tiny habits may seem insignificant in the moment, but when repeated over months and years, they can have a meaningful impact on long-term health. The encouraging news is that if small habits can move us in the wrong direction, simple, positive habits can also help move us back toward better health. Now for the good news. The simple habit we've been building toward is this. Take a gentle walk for about 10 to 15 minutes after your meals. That's it. No gym membership, no running, no heavy weights, no expensive equipment, no complicated exercise program. Just a comfortable walk shortly after you finish eating. It may sound almost too simple to make a difference, but sometimes the most effective habits are also the easiest to stick with. For many older adults, a short walk around the neighborhood, through the garden, down the hallway, or even inside the house can become a practical part of everyday life. So, why does something as simple as walking help? The answer lies in your muscles. Think of your muscles as thousands of tiny engines. Whenever you start walking, those engines switch on and begin using fuel. One of their favorite fuels is glucose, the same sugar that's circulating in your bloodstream after a meal. As your leg muscles contract with each step, they begin pulling glucose out of the bloodstream to use as energy. This means some of the glucose that might otherwise remain in your blood is instead put to work by your muscles. One step becomes another, then another. With each minute of gentle movement, your muscles continue helping your body manage the natural rise in blood sugar that happens after eating. What's especially encouraging is that this process doesn't require an intense workout. Even a comfortable walking pace can activate large muscle groups in your legs, making them active partners in supporting healthy glucose management. Think of it like opening extra doors in a busy building. Earlier, we compared glucose to cars on a crowded highway. Walking creates more exits, allowing glucose to leave the bloodstream and enter working muscles more efficiently. As traffic begins to flow again, the congestion eases. Now, let's talk about something you may have seen in headlines or online videos, the claim that this simple habit can reduce blood sugar by 52%. That number comes from specific research examining post-meal glucose responses under certain conditions. Some studies have found that taking brief walks after meals can substantially reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes compared with remaining seated. However, the exact percentage varies from one study to another and depends on many factors, including a person's age, health status, the type of meal they ate, how long they walked, and how their blood sugar was measured. This is why it's important not to focus too much on one specific number. Instead, focus on the bigger picture. The real goal isn't to chase a percentage. It's to build a simple daily habit that consistently supports your body's natural ability to manage blood sugar over time. Small improvements, repeated day after day, often matter far more than dramatic promises. Another question many people ask is, when should I walk? Research suggests that timing may matter. After you finish eating, your digestive system begins breaking food down, and glucose starts entering your bloodstream. This creates what many experts call the post-meal window, the period when blood sugar naturally begins to rise. Taking a gentle walk during this window, rather than sitting down immediately, may help your muscles use some of that glucose while it's actively entering your bloodstream. Waiting an hour or two before moving can still be beneficial for overall health, but walking sooner after eating may provide additional support for managing post-meal glucose levels. Of course, everyone's body is different. Some people may feel more comfortable waiting a few minutes after eating before they begin walking, especially after a larger meal. The important idea is to make gentle movement part of your routine instead of remaining completely sedentary after every meal. Let's imagine someone who put this habit into practice. Meet David. David is 66 years old and recently retired. During his annual health checkup, his healthcare professional mentioned that his blood sugar was higher than ideal. Like many people, David wasn't interested in joining a gym or following an exercise program that felt difficult to maintain. Instead, he made one small change. After lunch and dinner each day, he began taking a relaxed 10-minute walk around his neighborhood. Some days he walked with his wife. Other days he listened to birds in the park or simply enjoyed the fresh air. He didn't expect dramatic changes overnight, but after several months, he noticed something encouraging. He had more energy throughout the afternoon. He didn't feel as sleepy after meals. His follow-up glucose readings showed improvement alongside his other healthy lifestyle habits. And perhaps most importantly, he felt more confident because he had found a routine he could actually maintain. Now, it's important to remember that David is simply an illustrative example. Everyone's experience is different, and no single habit guarantees the same results for every person. Blood sugar management depends on many factors, including nutrition, medications when prescribed, sleep, stress, body weight, and overall health. Still, David's story highlights an important lesson. Lasting improvements often begin with one realistic habit that you can repeat consistently. The benefits of walking after meals may also extend beyond blood sugar. Regular walking supports heart health by encouraging healthy circulation and helping keep the cardiovascular system active. It can contribute to healthy weight management by increasing daily physical activity and energy use. Gentle movement may also aid digestion, helping food move through the digestive system more comfortably for some people. Improved circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients throughout the body, while supporting healthy muscles and joints. Many people notice that a short walk lifts their mood, reduces stress, and helps clear their mind after a busy day. Over time, regular physical activity may also contribute to better sleep quality, making it easier to wake up feeling refreshed the next morning. For older adults, maintaining muscle strength, balance, and joint mobility is especially valuable for preserving independence and reducing the risk of falls as they age. Taken together, these benefits make walking one of the simplest and most accessible forms of physical activity for healthy aging. Perhaps the most powerful part of this habit isn't that it's difficult. It's that it's sustainable. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to walk for an hour. You simply need to keep showing up. One meal at a time, one walk at a time, one day at a time. Because sometimes, the smallest habit becomes the one you can continue for years, and those consistent, everyday choices often have the greatest impact on your long-term health. Before we finish, there's one more important point to keep in mind. Although walking is one of the safest and most accessible forms of physical activity for many people, it's always wise to consider your individual health needs. If you have a serious medical condition, significant balance problems, severe diabetic neuropathy, advanced heart disease, or any other condition that affects your mobility or exercise tolerance, speak with your healthcare professional before starting a new walking routine. They can help you choose an activity level that's appropriate and safe for your specific situation. As you begin, listen to your body. Start slowly, especially if you haven't been physically active for a while. and gradually increase your walking time as your strength and confidence improve. Most importantly, if you experience chest pain, severe dizziness, fainting, unusual shortness of breath, or any other concerning symptoms while walking, stop exercising immediately and seek prompt medical attention. These symptoms should never be ignored. Remember, the goal isn't to push yourself beyond your limits. The goal is to build a safe, enjoyable habit that supports your health for years to come. Walking should leave you feeling refreshed and energized, not exhausted or uncomfortable. Now that you know how a simple walk after meals can support healthy blood sugar, let's look at a few practical tips that can make this habit easier, safer, and more effective. Remember, success doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing small things consistently. Tip 1. Walk at a comfortable pace. One of the biggest misconceptions about exercise is that it has to be intense to be effective. Fortunately, that's not the case here. You don't need to power walk, jog, or push yourself until you're out of breath. A relaxed, comfortable pace is enough for most people. You should still be able to carry on a conversation while you're walking. The goal isn't speed, it's movement. A gentle walk that you can enjoy every day is far more valuable than a strenuous workout that leaves you exhausted and unwilling to do it again. Remember, consistency matters much more than intensity. Tip 2. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to spend an hour walking after every meal to see benefits. For many people, about 10 to 15 minutes is a realistic goal. That's roughly the amount of time it takes to walk around your neighborhood, through a nearby park, or even several laps around your home or apartment building. If 10 minutes feels difficult at first, don't worry. Start with just 5 minutes. The important thing is simply getting started. As your stamina improves and walking becomes part of your daily routine, you can gradually increase your time. Small, steady progress is often the key to long-term success. Tip 3. Prioritize your largest meal. If your schedule doesn't allow you to walk after every meal, don't let that discourage you. Instead, focus on walking after your largest meal of the day. For many people, this is lunch or dinner, the meal that often contains the most carbohydrates and calories. Because larger meals may lead to bigger increases in blood sugar, adding a short walk afterward can be a practical way to support your body's natural glucose management. Even one daily walk is better than none. Tip 4. Wear comfortable, supportive shoes. As we age, taking care of our feet and joints becomes increasingly important. A good pair of supportive walking shoes can make your walks more comfortable while helping reduce unnecessary stress on your knees, ankles, and feet. Choose shoes that fit well, provide cushioning, and offer good stability. If you have foot problems or conditions such as diabetic neuropathy, ask your healthcare professional or podiatrist about the most appropriate footwear for your needs. Feeling comfortable makes it much easier to stay consistent. Tip 5. Stay hydrated. Water plays an important role in nearly every function of the body, including circulation, digestion, and overall health. Make it a habit to drink enough water throughout the day, especially if you're physically active or the weather is warm. Unless your healthcare professional has advised you to limit fluids because of a specific medical condition, staying well hydrated can support your overall well-being and help you feel your best during daily walks. Sometimes, something as simple as drinking enough water can make regular movement feel much easier. Tip 6. Pair walking with smart food choices. Walking is a wonderful habit, but it works even better when combined with balanced nutrition. Try to build meals that include lean protein, such as fish, chicken, eggs, beans, or tofu. Protein helps keep you feeling satisfied and supports healthy muscles. Fill your plate with fiber-rich vegetables like broccoli, spinach, carrots, or leafy greens. Fiber slows digestion, helping glucose enter the bloodstream more gradually. Whenever possible, choose whole grains such as oats, brown rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread instead of refined grains. Don't forget healthy fats from foods like nuts, seeds, avocados, or olive oil. These foods can help create satisfying, balanced meals when eaten in appropriate portions. No single food is magic, and no single habit works alone. But when nutritious eating is combined with regular walking, the two habits can complement each other and support steadier blood sugar as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Tip 7. Track your progress. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to notice your progress, even if it's gradual. Consider keeping a simple walking calendar. Each day you complete your walk, place a check mark on the calendar. Over time, you'll begin to see a chain of successful days, and that can be surprisingly encouraging. If your healthcare professional recommends monitoring your blood sugar, you may also find it helpful to record your readings. Tracking them over weeks or months can help you see how your daily habits, meals, and activity levels may influence your results. Keep in mind that progress isn't always measured by numbers alone. Perhaps you're feeling more energetic in the afternoon. Maybe you're sleeping better at night. Perhaps climbing stairs feels easier than it did a few months ago. These improvements matter too. Celebrate every small victory along the way. Long-term health isn't built in a single day. It's built through hundreds of small choices, repeated with patience and persistence. Every walk you take is another investment in your future well-being. And every step brings you one step closer to a healthier, more active life. As we wrap up today's video, let's leave with one important reminder. Healthy aging doesn't always require dramatic changes. You don't have to follow complicated diets, spend hours in the gym, or completely transform your lifestyle overnight. More often than not, lasting health is built through simple habits that are easy to repeat every day. One short walk after meals may seem almost too simple to matter, but when practiced consistently, this small habit can become one of the easiest and most sustainable ways to support your overall health. It's not about doing something extraordinary, it's about making one healthy choice, one meal at a time. Remember, consistency is far more important than perfection. There will be days when you miss a walk, when the weather isn't ideal, or when life gets busy. That's perfectly normal. Don't let one missed day become a reason to give up. Simply begin again with your next meal. Over weeks, months, and years, these small decisions can add up to meaningful improvements in your health and quality of life. Your future health is built one small decision at a time. Every healthy meal, every glass of water, every step you take after eating, each one is an investment in the future version of yourself. Today's short walk could become tomorrow's healthier blood sugar, tomorrow's stronger heart, tomorrow's better energy, tomorrow's greater independence, and tomorrow's healthier, more active life. So start where you are. Walk at a pace that feels comfortable, and remember that every step counts. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's simply to keep moving forward. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you're ready to give this simple habit a try, leave a comment below and type, "I'm starting today." Making that commitment can be the first step toward creating a healthier daily routine. Also, tell us how many minutes you usually walk each day. Your story might encourage someone else who is looking for motivation to take their first step. If you found today's video helpful, please take a moment to like the video. It helps us share evidence-informed health information with more people who want to age well and live healthier lives. And if you enjoy practical tips on healthy aging, blood sugar support, nutrition, and longevity, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos. Finally, if you have a friend, spouse, parent, or family member who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them. Sometimes, one simple habit shared with someone you care about can make a lasting difference. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you good health, steady progress, and many enjoyable walks ahead. Until next time, stay active, stay positive, and take good care of yourself.